Now you see, that's where that little rubber ball sits inside there. Here, let's get some light on that guy there. Yeah, and that's how that works, guys. You have a drain there. Now I have to take this Teflon tape off. We'll put some new Teflon tape on that. It's even numbered. What does that say? RL or R6, R6380. So what we're going to do is, I have my material. We're going to put the material on the inside here. You know, we'll go from here on here with that material. That way that doesn't touch the neck of the frame. And there's that little ball that sits in that hole there. So I'll bet you that's my I'll bet you that's my tachometer wire right there. That's why my tack don't work. That's probably another thing got eliminated when they put the wires plus on. So, yeah, that should cut back on the vibration, I think. So I cleaned the inside of the neck of the tank off with acetone. I washed the tank out, and my hands are it probably reeks of gasoline in here now. And I took the insulation. This is actually thicker than I thought, guys. Look how thick this stuff is. This is actually better, because I thought this was like that real thin stuff, you know. And I just bought. I think I just bought this small amount. So I'm going to cut this to size, and matter of fact, all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut like an inch, you know. Otherwise, then I'm going to have a hard time fitting the tank on there. So that's all I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut an inch, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, guys, it's actually all I have to do is cut the top of it off. So that's what we're doing right there. Now we're going to mount it and let's see if it works out. All right, guys, we got the tank back on. Now, I will tell you, there's a tool you can buy. I think it's like $45. There's that little part of the frame here where the seat bracket fits underneath it. So the tool rests against that part of the frame, and then there's like a rubber with a lever. And what you do is, I think what you do is you pull it back, and it pushes the gas tank up inside that little rubber ball here. It pushes it up, and that helps the tank not vibrate. So I tried pushing it up as best as I could. I put a couple blocks of wood between the tank and that part of the frame. I didn't dent the tank at all. And along with our padding there I put in the neck, we're going to try this out tomorrow if it doesn't rain. So I'm going to cut that little heart off the fender, guys. I have black tape on there right now. But see, I think I like it better like that. I think I like it better like that. I think I hear thunder. I hope we don't get a blackout. Yeah, that's definitely thunder. So I'm gonna rock it like that a little bit, but we got our gas line back on. We're gonna try this out tomorrow. Oh, and plus my controller came in. Here, let's sit down here a sec here. Yep, here it is, guys. See the dual things? I wish I could connect these to a computer. I'm going to still try to bring the bike in my house, and I'm going to still try to connect it to my computer to see if I can find the port that it'll bring up in my computer. I might be able to hack in to this to the firmware in this. But this is the exact same thing I have, and these are filled with that. It's like a heat dissipating compound. So I got a spare one of these, and I got a spare throttle. Now they're saying they might reimburse me for this. They might give me my money back. But I'll tell you, I don't really care. I mean, it's $140 for this guy here. You know, I'm happy with the bike. The bike's doing exactly what I bought it for, so I'm happy with it. So yeah, how do you like that crap with Z&M? They told me, oh, we'll get $2,000 for. So what does that mean then? You're going to give me what, maybe $1,000 trade-in? You know, I'm not that desperate to sell the bike right now. You know, if I was gonna let the bike go, I think the lowest I'd probably let it go for would be $6,000. But like I said, with an older Harley with that many miles on it, you know, there's a lot of things you gotta, you know, it just isn't bearings and piston rings, guys. You know, there's a lot of things that spin around very fast in a motorcycle engine. Okay, one of them is the camshaft. That camshaft spins around. I'm going to have to find out how many times more than the engine. Now that little bushing that's on the end of the camshaft that goes into the camshaft outer housing that's on the outside of the engine, that little bushing's made out of brass, and that takes a lot of abuse. You got to remember that camshaft is spinning around inside that bushing at possibly 10 or 20,000 RPM. If that camshaft starts moving, or excuse me, not camshaft, if that bushing, I'm getting caught up in my own dilemma, if that camshaft bushing starts spinning around, okay, that camshaft cover is aluminum. That bushing is going to start tearing away and start eating away and start burning away at the housing. And what's going to happen is the camshaft's going to wobble. Okay, and what that does is the lobes on a camshaft will start wearing down. They'll start wearing down, not in a uniform manner. They'll start getting like eccentric. Okay, and what that'll do is that'll cause your tappets to start wearing down it out of a flat manner. They'll start wearing down eccentric also. You know, and eventually that'll lead to engine failure. So, you know, there's a lot of things. You know, that's why a high mileage Harley Davidson, there's a lot of things to look for, and there's a lot of things to keep in mind. So it's their loss. Now, it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. I hope it doesn't. I hope maybe it's going to blow by us. I'm going to have to put gas in a tank here. I don't really like stopping by gas stations with this because, you know, a lot of times when you take the pump and you put it in your tank, gas comes out of the pump, and the gas comes out of the nozzle from the previous jag off that doesn't make sure it's all coming out of. That's why I don't like taking this to a gas station. Anytime I fill this chopper up with gas, I do it in the house here. I keep my own gas here in the house just for the motorcycle. In the 4 years I've owned this bike, the chopper, I probably stopped in a gas station 2 times. Okay, what I do is I have two. I think they're 4 gallons. I have two 4 gallon gas cans here, and I keep them both filled just for the bike alone. And I fill the gasoline up myself in the garage here. So, all right, yeah. So I think I'm going to cut that. I'm going to cut that little point off that rear fender. I think I might do that. Maybe I'll round that top out a little bit instead of having to just go straight flat across. I'll round it out a little bit, but I have to take the fender off for that. I might have to repaint the fender. If I damage it, I might have to repaint it. So that'll be my chance to think of some kind of a paint scheme for it. Same thing with the front fender and the tank too, guys. Because the chopper ain't going nowhere. I still have it for sale. It'll be on Cycle Trader probably for another 3 weeks. There's not a soul that offered me anything. Not a soul. So, all right.